This is another episode of the Fit Foodie Podcast. This is the place for plant-based foodies that want to lose weight, feel great, and elevate their lives. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. Today's episode is all about my top five plant-based protein sources. The age-old question for vegans and for people who follow a plant-based diet: where do you get your protein? I want to share with you guys in this video five protein sources, plant-based protein sources, delicious and amazing plant-based protein sources that make it easy for you to reach your protein targets, to get adequate amount of proteins, to be able to shed fat and achieve your fitness goal, whatever that may be for you. Everyone's different, but in most cases, a lot of people want to lose some pounds, lose some weight, and these protein sources will make it easy for you to reach that weight loss goal and make sure that when you are in a weight loss journey that you are burning body fat, shedding body fat, and minimizing lean muscle loss, tissue loss, because oftentimes what happens is people go on a weight loss journey. They think they just need to eat less, but without balancing their macronutrients, it is weight that comes off is fat as well as muscle. And we want to minimize the muscle loss by ensuring we get adequate amount of protein. And yes, you can get enough protein on a plant-based diet. It's very easy to do. And I'm going to tell you my five favorite sources in this episode and also give you a few ideas of what you can do with those protein sources, right? So, guys, it is a beautiful day, beautiful week. It is Week of Respect at school. For those of you that don't know, I am a fifth grade teacher as well as an online fitness coach for vegans. And this week is Week of Respect. And today was wear a shirt with a positive message on it. And I shared on my story a shirt that I wore. It was in reggae colors. It said positive mind, positive life, positive vibes, right? So it was cool. It was fun. The kids are having fun with that. Tomorrow is wear a sports jersey to team up against bullying, and I already got my jersey ready to go. And for me, it's all about soccer, right? So, anyways, it's fun, having a good time. I always enjoy these dress up days. So good stuff, guys. So, all right, let's go ahead and jump right into the episode and get started with my top five plant-based protein sources and a couple ideas of what you can do with them. So, number one, and in no order of preference, I like them all. I think they're all great foods to include. I have no order of preference. They're all amazing sources. So, let's begin with number one that probably a lot of people have heard of, especially if you follow a vegan diet, and that is tofu. Guys, tofu is a protein powerhouse. It takes on many flavors, so it can make in many dishes. And what I like about tofu is that include, you can create dishes that are savory as well as sweet, so they can be used in desserts depending on the type of tofu that you get. And tofu is not only packed with protein, but also a good healthy amount of fats and carbs as well. So it's a good little balanced protein source. One of my favorite, let me give you some ideas. Some favorite dishes that I like to make with tofu is number one, tofu scramble, just because it is so easy and amazing to make because you could vary it up. There's so many different varieties of tofu scrambles, right? I just like to do salt, pepper, turmeric as the base with garlic and onion powder. And then from there, I can add veggies like mushrooms, bell peppers, and spinach. And you can also switch things up and make it like a Southwest style with some chili powder and some peppers, different things like that. If you want to make it a little more of a meat lover style, you can add some vegan sausages in there as well. Or I grew up in a Mexican household, so I know for me, chorizo con huevo, which is eggs with chorizo, which is a type of Mexican sausage, for me was my favorite growing up. And so I would do. There's actually a product called Upton's Naturals Chorizo Seitan, and that will go great with like that type of dish. So tofu, easy to make and a wonderful protein source on a plant-based diet. And actually, right now, I'm having for my lunch, it takes me about 10 minutes, maybe or less to make. And I just cut up tofu cubes, I fry them up in a little bit of olive oil spray, and then I throw in mushrooms, frozen veggie medley, and then I season it up. and it's an amazing big old bowl of tofu for lunch. And I am getting the protein that I need in that meal with the dish that's easy to make and it's full of veggies as well. So that's a good one. Let's move on to number two. Number two is seitan. Now, seitan is a protein source that comes from wheat gluten, and it is mostly protein. You'll find that it's hardly has any fat at all, if any, unless it's prepared a certain way. There's different types of flavored and types of seitans that you can get. But mostly plain seasoned seitan is zero fat, low in fat, and also low in carbs. So it makes an excellent protein source. Currently, right now, what I'm doing in my dinner meal, I am mixing tempeh with chorizo seitan, and it gives it like a nice, it gives my dish a nice meaty taste with my vegetables and my noodles. So I'm doing like a peanut a noodle veggie dish with the peanut sauce, right? And I got the seitan and the tempeh mixed in there. So seitan can be used in as a crumble, like I'm doing now. It could be used in place of like ground beef. It can be used in place of like um pieces of beef that you would have in like beef stroganoff or like a noodle dish. Very easy to make. Most of the time, it already comes seasoned. You can make your own. I've never tried making my own. I just prefer to, just pay a little bit more and have it already pre-made and done for me. And I just cut it up and chop it up as I wish. But it is a great protein source and a great way to boost a protein in the dish. So, for example, if you made a pasta that has some tofu in it or some vegan chicken in it, and you want to boost the protein a little bit, add some seitan. Very easy, takes on many flavors, and a good protein source to add to your meals. I mostly like them in savory dishes, like in, noodle dishes, Asian style dishes, or even like pasta dishes, even like a chili. You can do some seitan crumbles in that too. But this is probably the number one plant-based source as far as being purely protein, and an easy way to add protein to any meal. Let's move on, guys. Number three is this one is easy because of the convenience, and that is protein powder. There are a lot of high quality, organic quality protein powders out there, vegan and plant-based. I prefer the rice slash pea combination. Although there's hemp, there's purely rice, there's purely pea, there's chia and pumpkin and different. I mean, you can get a good variety of protein sources for protein powders. I like them because they are a convenient way to boost protein. You can add them in shakes, make a quick smoothie. I like to add them. Currently, I'm doing them in my oatmeal. So I do overnight oats in a big bowl. I just put my oats, my milk, my chia seeds and hemp seeds, and then I throw in some protein powder depending on how much I want for that meal. And I just whip it up, mix it, put it in the fridge. And by the morning, it's like a nice, rich, thick pudding with whatever flavored protein powder you got. In my case, I like chocolate. Right now, I'm actually doing a chocolate peanut butter. It's a good one too. But another good bonus about protein powders, they come in so many different flavors. So if you're a chocolate lover, you can do chocolate. If you're a vanilla person, you could do vanilla. And there's just others from there, caramel and coffee, and it's just convenient. There's so many options nowadays that it makes it easy to pick one that you like. And there's even some that have superfoods in them, or even like powdered greens that add a little more variety to it, right? If you want just something different to add to your shakes and your smoothies. So protein powders are an easy way to boost. I like to have one at least one serving a day, either in my oatmeal or just in like a shake that I take, before my workout or after my workout. Moving on, guys. Number four, this one you might or might not have heard of, and that is soy curls. Soy curls are essentially soy flour that are dried and made into chunks. If you're watching this on video, they're like this big, maybe the size of like your pinky finger, and they're dry, so they store really well. I like to get them in bulk. There's a company called Butler Foods that sells them by, in little bags, or you can get them in bulk of 11-pound box, and those will last you for months, depending on how much you use them. Just store them in the fridge, and they last. They're easy to make, and they have like a chicken strips kind of consistency. And again, because they are flavorless and they once you prepare them, they take on any flavor you want. And even better, if you have the patience to meal prep for this, is to let them soak overnight in whatever marinade, and they will completely soak up that flavor. And you could saute them and fry them up, or however you want to cook them. Air fry them is an easy and convenient way to make them as well, the following day. So easy to prep. You just gotta soak them in warm water, hot water for 5 minutes or so, drain the excess water, and then cook them up. I like to do them. My wife is actually doing right now for dinner. She's doing noodles with soy curls and veggies. She puts her flavors and seasoning, tops it with her sauce, and it's an easy, delicious way to boost your protein and to make a variety of meals. So anything that involves like that you've seen before that involves pieces of meat or like chicken, this will be a great one. Also for soups for the cold weather coming up, this is a great one to boost your protein and a great protein source. Not many people have heard of it or used them, but for me, I personally like them because of the variety and the ease to make, right? To make them is just so easy and delicious when you have them in meals. And number five, last but not least, these are more like complementary, not purely protein sources, because they also have a high amounts of either carbs or fats. But either way, they are healthy foods to include in a plant-based diet, and that is seeds and beans. Seeds and beans are rich in protein, but like I mentioned, they also contain fats and carbs. So you shouldn't really purely rely on beans or seeds for your protein needs. Otherwise, you'll be overdoing it on the fats and the carbs. Currently, I'm enjoying chia seeds and hemp seeds in my oatmeal. That's a great protein boost, especially the hemp seeds. 3 tablespoons, I think, provide 10 grams of protein. So easy, and also other nutrients as well, not just protein. That's what's great about seeds and beans. And as far as beans, I was having lupini beans, which are a great protein source, but black beans, I love my black beans, my pinto beans, kidney beans, my garbanzo beans. And speaking of beans, oh, my lentils, can't forget that, right? But speaking of beans, there you could even get chickpea or bean pasta, which is just like regular pasta, but because they're made from beans, they are higher in protein. So if you're a spaghetti or pasta lover, then having bean pasta or chickpea pasta is an amazing option as well. And things like pumpkin seeds as well as a topping, and all these foods all these seeds and beans that you would normally add to dishes will really boost your protein intake throughout the day. As you add up these foods throughout the day, you get all your protein needs met, guys. So if you've ever wondered how to get your protein or where to get your protein, these are 5 easy sources, 5 great sources to add to your meals and easy to make, right? My criteria is they need to be easy to make, they need to be high in protein, and also be able to take on flavors that you particularly like. So, and all these do that, right? So, especially the tofu and the curls and the seeds and beans when you add them to different dishes. Protein powder, I like more of the sweet style. So, make it like a chocolatey kind of dessert or my oats or a smoothie. But nonetheless, guys, there is no reason why nowadays anyone should be struggling to hit their protein, get their protein needs met. It's very easy to do if you follow these 5 recommendations that I gave you in this podcast episode. Very easy to do. And if you want specific recipes, I've posted many on my stories. I have a highlight where you can see all my recipes that I've posted. I've been posting one recipe a week that contains one or more than one of these ingredients: tofu, seitan, protein powder, curls, or seeds and beans. You can follow my Instagram page and see my recipes there. Or if you genuinely want to know more and want to know how to create delicious, amazing, satisfying meals that support you on your weight loss journey and your fitness journey with these ingredients, I am here for you. I am more than happy to guide you and help you out and give you some recipe ideas and show you how to do it and how to create balanced meals so that you're able to reach your fitness goals and your weight loss goals. And guys, it just makes your weight loss journey a whole lot more fun. There's no restriction, there's no deprivation, there's no stress and feeling like you got to let go and not have foods that you want to have, right? So it makes it a whole lot easier to actually reach your fitness goals. These are not all the vegan protein sources by any means. There are others that I didn't mention, but these are my top 5, the 5 that I've been having the most recently, and that for me are the easiest to make and meet all my protein targets. And because of that, I've been able to shed body fat, reach my fitness goal, set the next fitness goal, and I'm knowing that because I'm having meals that are including an adequate amount of protein, And of course, carbs and fats as well, because those are absolutely necessary as well. I'm able to get to where I want to get with my fitness goal and enjoy the journey in the process and just set bigger and better goals and achieve these bigger goals and just keep going from there. Right now, I'm on a finishing a fat loss a cut, shedding some body fat, and I'm gonna go on a 6 to 12 month bulk where I'm just gonna eat a little more than my body burns so that I'm putting on lean muscle and putting on as much muscle as I can. Right. I could see definition in my arms coming through if you're watching this. But anyways, hope you enjoy this, guys. Top five protein sources on a plant-based diet that I enjoy and that I recommend. And if you need help with knowing how to incorporate these in your daily routine, hit me up, DM me. I'm more than happy to help, guys. Again, my name is Luis Medrano, head coach at Vegan Body Goals, and I am the host of the Fit Foodie Podcast, the place for plant-based foodies that want to lose weight, feel great, and elevate their lives. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Peace, love, and I'll see you in the next episode.